Hello, Eric.
Hello, Rob.
Welcome back.
Ready to fight evil?
I am ready to fight evil. I am ready to fight evil in a manner that borders on competency.
Oh, we're not letting evil win this time. That's good. We're changing things up. All right.
I'm not sure
I'm up
about
for
that.
new things.
I'm not sure about that. I just think that if we lose this time, we'll feel a little bit better about it than when we lost last time.
Which of the lost last times, Rob?
So for you joining us, welcome to Watch Us Lose, where we are going to be playing the next game. Well, not I guess kind of the next game. We're playing Marvel Champions: Rise of the Red Skull, and we are playing against Zola for the second time.
No.
The third time. I've lost count because
fourth time.
No, we've not played Zola 4 times.
Let's see. We played. No, wait, this is the third time on Zola.
This
You're
is
right.
The third time on Zola. This is, I don't know, the 6th time that we played this game. This might be the 3rd time that it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on, but I'm feeling good about this because we had a good conversation at the end of the last session. So I'm not going to go over all of the setup and what's going on in the game. You can watch that one and learn all of that for yourself. But we've tried this twice. So far we've failed. But this time I think we've learned a thing or two.
We've adapted to our play styles.
Exactly.
So previously I am playing Natasha Romanoff, and the high level thing is you gave me a Natasha Romanoff deck where you never had to really go into hero form. The idea of the deck was you were going to just sit in the background. You were going to be the guy in the chair dealing with all this building threat and keeping things from boiling over. And I did not play like that. So I was letting threat boil over, and then we got
yeah, that's how you lose.
Get overrun. Yep.
That is one of the 2 ways that you lose.
Yep.
Yeah. And meanwhile, I discovered when we played our first game against Taskmaster, I was playing we were both at that time playing the default character decks, and Captain America's default deck is a leadership deck that has a lot of allies and buffs for those allies, and I never played those allies. I was spending them to do other stuff. So I earlier traded that out for a aggression deck that someone made online, and then we have traded out the Justice Black Widow deck for a leadership deck. I am a little worried about our capacity to deal with the threat without a Justice deck, but I think that this is going to be much better suited to both of our personal play styles.
Yeah, and the reason I like leadership decks is that allies are flexible. Mm-hmm. In that they can deal with whatever is the issue at the time. If you're being swamped by minions, they can attack the minions. If you've got too much threat, they can reduce the threat. Now, it's not as smooth as the leadership deck. Like, the leadership deck has all these passive things that deal with threat. But I like the flexibility of the ally to be able to do a lot of different things. So I think we'll see. I am actually eager to try this out. It may be a horrible failure, but it will be a different horrible failure than our last 2 horrible failures, where I was just playing it wrong and we get overrun.
Well,
so we'll see.
I can't wait to see what you think of this. Of course, the downside is you are largely playing this deck unseen. So you might have to discover some of the combinations and synergies on the fly. So another thing that we have learned, or that I have learned, is to pay attention for when an event card says put into play versus when revealed. I think that there was at least once that we got a minion that we didn't need because we misread a card. At least once there was a minion who got a boost that it wasn't supposed to get because it was put into play and it wasn't revealed. So those are two different rules things. Primarily when revealed only happens when a card gets dealt as an encounter card during the villain step, or when it's described as being when revealed. So that's something for us to pay attention to, and hopefully will make this slightly easier. The other thing that we may have learned is we're not playing this at 9 o'clock at night. We're playing this earlier in the day, and hopefully it'll be a little easy to track some of this stuff. Like there was this one moment as I've been editing our last game where we took 5 threat, and I got distracted because something else happened in the middle of that and never actually put it on the counter, so we would have lost like a whole turn earlier.
Okay.
So hopefully we have learned that as well.
I mean, up until that last reveal, you were saying all these mistakes we made that made it harder for us, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh yeah, and we should have lost 2 around early." I'm like, "Oh, I was feeling better about myself for a moment there, but all right."
I still think we're gonna. I was gonna say I still think we're gonna be okay. I don't think that's true, but I think we're where we're at. This is what it is, and I think. If it's not okay, it will be fine. So, why don't you toss Shang-Chi into the mix, and let's shuffle up.
Should I talk about all the upgrades I got, just for those who haven't seen the other one?
You know what we should do? We should point out these upgrades in case they actually get used this session.
Yeah. Well, one will definitely get used because it's just an add-on. But the first upgrade I got in the first part of our campaign was Tactical Scanner. You can discard this card and draw 5 cards, but you can only use it once during the campaign. So that's something that is sort of your Hail Mary. That's when you say, "Oh, I could win this if I had a few more cards," and that seems like a good spot. The other thing I got was a basic attack upgrade. I got +1 hit point and +1 attack. So that's why Natasha Romanoff now has 10 hit points instead of 9.
And on the mod that we are using, it has a very nifty feature which shows where we've been able to increase the attack on the card, so that's easier for us to remember. But that's why if you're watching along and you're wondering why it doesn't look like your card's at home, that's why.
And then, yes, during our Taskmaster fight, we had people in prison, and if we rescued them, we got to add them to the deck. Unfortunately, we rescued very few, but I did manage to rescue Shang-Chi, which is a 0-cost ally that you can put into your deck. So I regret leaving 3 other people to rot in prison, but at least I got this guy.
Meanwhile, I have an also once per campaign that's gonna let me ready my hero and heal 5 damage. And my basic recovery upgrade gave me 4 extra hit points and +1 recovery. Yeah.
All right.
Let's draw up and do this. So another thing I have learned, and we had this conversation before about mulligan, and I think what I've learned is to be much more aggressive, because I am looking for 2 specific things to make this deck work. One is resource cards like my Super Soldier Serum, and the other is things like combat training that gives me this +1 attack. So even though Shield Lock is very important, Nick Fury is wonderful, Anything that's not those two are just going to get thrown out in the hopes that I can get my resource engine going quickly. And the thing you absolutely don't want to see is a redraw with Captain America's shield, because that's almost a wasted card, because you can get it with this special setup power. What are you thinking?
All right. Well, I'm not going to mulligan. I am just going to play as is.
All right.
I think I got a good combo here. I was going to take the first player. Right?
I was going to suggest that, since that will help you get allies out and you at least have one in your hand. We do have two of our allies that are captured in a Hydra prison. I don't know. Maybe this time around we should try to get them out. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see. All right. So, I'm going first. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play Energy to give me 2. Energy 2, max 2 per deck. And I am going to put out Government Liaison. Exhaust Government Liaison. Play a shield card from your hand, reducing its resource cost by 1. So I'm going to put that out. So shield cost, reduce the cost of the card, reducing its cost by 1. I am then going to exhaust this.
So hold on.
Immediately.
Before you do that, it is a hero action.
Yes.
So you have to be in hero form to do that.
Well, it is what it is. We're gonna do that. I might regret that. I might not. Okay, so I get that Government Liaison. Oh, that's an interesting way to do this. Okay, so I am now going to exhaust Government Liaison and put out Maria Hill. Maria Hill, when put out, each player draws a card. So I draw a card and you draw a card.
All right. I think. Yeah. Okay. I think that's legal.
Okay.
Because it all says play card.
Okay. So there's other nice things I like here, but I pulled out the helicarrier, and getting the helicarrier out early is really useful. So I am going to spend Sneak Attack and the Triskelion and sadly Thwart. Yeah, I can't. I can't use that again. Sadly Thwart, which would have been useful, but I'm going to put out the helicarrier. Now, I am going to offer, Rob, if you need to buy something for 1 less, I have the ability to do that for you and return the favor that you gave me for Maria.
Right.
So, now I am in hero form, and I am going to use Maria Hill to thwart. He takes 1 damage, and I'm going to thwart the side scheme there for 2.
Side scheme. All right.
Well, the main scheme doesn't have anything on it.
Oh, good point.
And I am going to use Black Widow to attack Zola. Does he have retaliate yet?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, retaliate 1. All right, so I'll take a damage, but do 3 damage.
All right. It's looking to me that that's all you got, right?
That is all I got, unless I want to use my tactical scanners right now, but I don't think that's now is the time.
All right. So I think that went pretty smoothly.
So do you want me to just give you the extra resource right now and you can figure out the math later?
Well, technically you can't use it until but I'll count. Yeah, you go ahead and tap it.
Yeah.
Exhaust
I,
it.
Yeah,
do not tap
yeah,
it.
no, copyright infringement there. No tapping.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Actually, you know what? We
Mm-hmm.
are going to use that right away and get the shield into play and not have to think about it. Then, Power of Aggression gives me 2 energy for an aggression card, such as Combat Training. I'm going to be greedy and take the first one for myself. And I'm going to mark on here that now I have an attack 3 instead of 2. Next thing I'm going to do is spend Fearless Determination as 1. No Quarter as the second. That's going to bring in the Super Soldier Serum. Let's keep on brand. We're going to turn into Captain America. And then we are going to attack Zola, because this guy doesn't have guard or anything. So I'm going to punch him for 3. And then his Retaliate hits me for 1. And I'm left with a Heroic Strike. And I think that's it. So if nothing else, our first turns are getting quicker.
That is true.
Let's ready our cards, or actually, the official order is to draw up and then ready. All right, it's the villain phase.
It is the villain phase.
So the first thing that's going to happen is the island of Dr. Zola here is going to put 1 threat per player on the main scheme. Or rather, first thing that happens in the villain phase is we put threat on the main scheme. In this case, 1 per player. So it's just going to go up to 2. And then, because of the text of the island of Dr. Zola, we are going to put 1 test counter on the main scheme. When there are 3, one of his mutants or creatures or minions is going to come crawling out of his laboratory and bother him. Then Zola and each minion is going to activate against each player. So starting with the main player, which is you. So first Zola activates against you.
How much does he do? 1?
1.
I will.
You'll not defend?
I will eat that, yeah.
All right, well, before you do have to...
Oh, no. I forgot how this game works. No, Maria Hill is definitely jumping in front.
All right, she's done her bit. She gave you your card.
Yeah.
She thwarted once.
That is the brutal aspect of this game, is when you are playing a leadership deck, you just burn through allies.
Yep.
If you're playing it right.
You
all
discard
right,
them and then shuffle the deck and let them come back.
Deal a boost card, right?
Yep.
And we will flip this. There are no... I should have eaten it, but there are no symbols on it, so discard it. And Maria Hill takes another damage and is defeated.
All right. And then the Bioservant is going to attack for 1.
Yeah, I'll eat that.
My turn, or his activation against me. I'm also not going to defend. So Zola attacks for 1 plus a boost, which is 1. So I take 2 damage. But Captain America's shield gives me retaliate 1. So I'm going to ping Zola for 1. Then the Bioservant is going to attack me for 1. I'm going to take that. I'm going to ping him for 1, which will get rid of his tough card. And I think that was worth it. All right. So next we go to encounter cards. Go ahead and draw your card.
Okay.
What do you got?
Let's see what horrible thing comes our way. Oh, no, I remember this. Attached to the minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy of defensive programming. Attached. If you cannot attach, this card gains surge. Attached minion gains +2 hit points and gains guard.
I'm willing, so they both have the same amount of hit points. I'm willing to take it because I got stuff to beat them up with.
All right, fine. I'll give it to you.
Now,
Okay.
I mean, in all likelihood, this is also the defensive program that's just going to go on to you now.
Yeah, most likely.
Nope, it's test
Nope.
subjects. All right, so when defeated, we're going to get another minion. And until it's defeated, we're going to get extra encounter cards.
Yeah, those are awful.
And it's going to start with 2 threat per player. All right. Okay, that was it. That's all there was to it.
Yep.
See, we're better at this game.
We'll see.
I'm going to take the first player and then start my turn. All right, so I need to do 6 damage.
No. You need to be.
I have an attack that does 6 damage.
All right.
Which is why it doesn't make a lot of sense unless you have a better plan.
I do not have a better plan. I am in this situation where I have too many things I want to put out,
All right.
which is always the issue. But if you're just going to do the 6 damage, fine.
I'm going to use energy and the super soldier serum to play heroic strike, which will do 6 damage to an enemy if I use so it would also stun an enemy, but I defeated. So this is going to go away. So I'm feeling like that stun was wasted, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Do you need me to take care or to help on the bioservant, or do you think you got it under control?
I got it under control for now, I think.
All right. So now Captain America is going to punch Zola for free. And then he takes 1 in retaliation. Is this the right thing to do? Yeah, this is the right thing to do. This is not the right thing to do. Then I'm going to discard no quarter to use Captain America's I can do this all day. Discard 1 card from your hand, ready Captain America, limit once per round. So I'm going to ready Captain America. I'm going to just punch Zola again for another 3. Take another retaliate. And then, because I did this wrong, I've ended up with 2 cards in my hand, which is not what you want to do in this game, but here I am.
I don't have a good turn either, unfortunately. I am going to use Black Widow to thwart that side scheme. The test subject, because those extras are not fun.
Yeah.
I am then going to flip over into Natasha Romanoff mode. And then I'm going to use the Helicarrier to reduce the resource costs of the next card play by the player by 1. So I'm then going to put out Widow's Bite. When a minion enters play, deal 2 damage and stun it. And then that means because I am in Natasha Romanoff form, after you play a preparation card, you can draw 1 card. So I will draw 1 card. Hopefully this will be a better card. No, it's not a better card.
Bring out War Machine.
Yeah, I'm afraid that is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to use my government liaison and burn a whole bunch of stuff I like.
I find it's going to be really funny if you go through this no deck and almost never play an ally.
Yeah. Nope, we're bringing out War Machine. However, we're going to do it slightly different. I am going to spend Acrobatics, a preparation card, to bring out Safe House.
Ooh.
I will then use Safe House to bring Acrobatics back into my hand. because Safe House, exhaust Safe House and choose a preparation card in your discard pile, add that to your hand.
That's clever.
That's clever, but the next step kills me.
I know.
I mean, this is just agony. I will then use Dance of Death and Dance of Death, my 2 Dances of Death in this freaking deck. And the preparation
through this and get them back.
Card again, and the Government Liaison to bring out War Machine. War Machine comes out with toughness, so he is tough. So we're going to use War Machine to thwart and get rid of this side scheme. Correct?
So this reads, when defeated, the first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a minion. Reveal that minion.
Okay.
That's
so
me.
You're the first player, so you have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
it goes to you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that.
So a minion has entered play. Oh,
this
but that's hero response. Okay. So your Widow's Bite doesn't activate because it's a hero response.
Oh, jeez.
The Berserk Mutate has a quick strike, so he's going to attack me immediately. I don't have any defenses, so it's fine.
Does that happen when revealed? Or
yes.
I remember you were saying there were 2 different things. There was revealed and
yeah,
play.
no. So in this, so this does, it's reveal this minion. So this is now discarded. This is the better. Just pretend that this was the card I was gonna get because you got, if you hadn't gotten rid of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
That's a hero response. That's annoying. All right, no, nothing else on my turn.
So you're gonna have to do some thwarting next turn because I might have to recover.
Yeah, I understood.
All right. Okay. But still, we got him down to 11 hit points. Threat is only at a 2. I'm feeling good about this. Let's ready cards and draw our hand. All right.
I feel I am jiving with this deck a lot better. I feel like I understand what this deck wants me to do.
Well, so far, the only new stuff, the Government Liaison is new for you.
The Government Liaison, and I finally figured out Safe House, and I've discarded Safe House so many times.
So first thing that happens, we add 2 more threat and then counter to the island of Dr. Zola.
What's the max on this?
When we hit 12 threat, we're going to advance to the next stage of Zola's scheme.
All right.
So now Zola is going to attack me. I'm not going to defend against his attack. Draw a boost card. It's 1. All right, so I'm going to take that one. And then the Berserk Mutate is going to attack also for 2. But this time I'm going to use Shield Block. When you would take any amount of damage, exhaust Captain America's shield. Prevent all of that damage. Oh, and I retaliated against Zola.
And the mutate?
Yes. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Me?
No. No, the people watching who know what they're doing. If for some reason I can't retaliate after I use the shield block that I think. All right. So that was activations against me. Now he's going to scheme against Natasha.
This could be bad.
Eh.
1 star, so that is 3 total.
Nope. So the star is not a boost symbol. It just means something else happens.
It just says shuffle mutate into the encounter deck. So this guy goes back.
And
I would hate
to
miss out on him.
So we're halfway through that. And then
Bioservant schemes. I don't see how this weird ass thing schemes, but apparently it does.
So we're up to 7 there. And now we deal out encounter cards. We don't deal out an extra one because you got rid of that scheme. So, Concussive Blast. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So that includes you. And War
Machine. I get a damage and War Machine. Oof.
Yeah.
That ain't great. Don't like that. Oh, yeah, I gotta do something. Oh, good! Another Bioservant.
All right. They come out with toughness.
I just noticed. I don't know we've been doing this. Ultimate Bioservant gets +1 attack for each item in it. But we did that last time.
I think it didn't come up as much as I thought it did. I've been trying to pay attention to it. So I think that mostly the attachments ended up not on them before. All right. Take the first player token and do what you got to do.
This is getting way too complicated for me. But I am going to use the Helicarrier to play Widow's Gauntlet. I am going to use Widow's Bite.
Really?
And Widow's Gauntlet to bring out Rapid Response.
Yep. Rapid Response with War Machine is a wonderful idea.
Yeah. And then I am going to use the Safe House to bring Widow's Bite back into my hand. Okay, but I skipped something. This is a preparation card. Because this is a preparation card, and because I'm in Natasha Romanoff's hand form, I can now draw another card. And this is a Widow's Gauntlet, which is not what I needed. Not what I needed at all.
I think you're still doing okay.
I am going to then Make the Call, and I am going to exhaust Government Liaison and spend Widow's Bite again. No. I'm going to keep Widow's Bite. I'm going to spend the other Make the Call because I can't afford to bring out another ally. And when Maria Hill comes out, we both get a card.
Okay.
And then I get to draw a card, and you get to draw a card.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good card for me.
And I get Agent 13, which...
All right.
Okay.
So, interesting fact, now that came up, I forgot. The Hydra Prison says that we find our hero-specific ally and place it face down beneath this scheme, which means that these cards are not in play, which means that the 2 Agent 13s are yet to run into the unique character interaction.
Okay. Meaning I can bring out an Agent 13.
Yes. And she's basic. And so if you use Government Liaison...
All right, so I'll use Government Liaison, the power in us all. This hurts.
Yeah, I mean, or wait a turn. The gauntlet is nice.
No, and
Yeah, that's
the
right.
gauntlet to bring out Agent 13.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was a lot.
Unfortunately, you do have to be in hero form to use government liaison.
Oh, well, I was going to do that anyway. I was going to be able to do it. Now, what the hell am I doing? Okay. So, I mean, it seems best to use Agent 13 to re-ready a ally, right? Instead of just getting an extra point, an extra resource somewhere.
She can ready supports, which are specific types of cards, such as the helicarrier.
Okay.
The liaison is a support.
Okay. Well, do you need one extra resource this round? Will that help
I have
you?
no idea.
All right, well, I really don't know what to do.
When in doubt, either thwart or beat up Zola.
Yeah, no, it's thwarts all around. I'm going to use Agent 13 to thwart. When she thwarts, I can ready a resource. So I will ready the helicarrier. That's that. And thwarts for 2 on the main scheme.
I did that. I got that for you.
Okay. Maria Hill will also thwart for 2 on the main scheme. War Machine will thwart for 2 on the main scheme.
All right.
And yeah, I'm just gonna bring this down to 0 so I don't have to think about it for a round or 2. I am going to thwart for 2 on the main scheme.
All right.
And I have a resource I can give you if you need it.
Okay, I very well could need it. All right, you know what? Let's not overthink, right? My job is to keep punching Zola, so I'm going to use the power of aggression and super soldier serum to play uppercut, deal 5 damage to an enemy. So that's 5, and with retaliate 1, I take a damage there. So I will ask you if you would use as an action the helicarrier.
Sure.
That will give me a resource or reduce the cost. I spend these 2. That brings out the twin carrier. Then I'm going to hit Zola for 3, which will defeat him. So we're going to advance to the next stage. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for the test subject side scheme and reveal it. So it already came out over here for us.
Oh, nice.
I did something wrong. I didn't leave a card in my hand to ready again, so I'm going to flip over to Steve Rogers so that I can recover next turn.
Yeah, I'm going out on a limb here, but the villains are mean. I don't know if you realize this.
They're getting meaner. They're definitely getting meaner.
All right, so I'm going to be ready and draw up our cards, right?
That's right. Let's do that first. Ready.
The hardest part of this game is not to be attached to any one card, because you always are having to get rid of things that are really nice.
So one of the things that I'm starting to think about is this the game to use our once per campaign cards, or am I going to need that against the Red Skull?
Yes.
That was not yes, you're thinking about that. That was yes is the answer to both of those.
I maybe it's to all 3. You are thinking about it. Yes, this is the game to use it, and yes, you're going to need it against the Red Skull. So I have answered 3 questions for you.
All right, now let's do a villain phase. So we're gonna get 2 threat on the main scheme. We get a 3rd counter on the island Dr. Zola. Who's the first player?
Me.
I'm having a little trouble here.
I don't like how many we're going through, Rob.
No.
I do not like this. Okay. I do not like this either.
All right. So now we're gonna double check this. So, if there are 3 or more test counters here, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player, and remove 3 test counters from this scheme. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
Now, the mutate here, says when revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment. He was not revealed, he was put into play. If, when we're doing encounter cards during the villain stage, they're revealed and then put into play. So you do not have to put a tech on. Now, they're all going to activate along with Zola against you.
Hey. All right.
It's nice having those allies.
Yeah, these were nice. Okay, so does Zola attack first, or who?
Yes, he does.
First? Okay. Maria Hill is going to jump on that grenade again. So I will deal a boost card. Flip over. Shuffle mutate back into the deck.
Okay.
But no boost icons.
So you take 2. She takes 2 from that.
That defeats her. I think War Machine, that he does 2 damage. So I'm going to put Agent 13 in front of the mutate.
Okay.
Do I tap to do that? So
Yeah.
that means I can't use them. That's annoying.
Yeah, but believe me, you're using them now.
Yeah. So that takes 2 damage. And that brings her up to 3. I will take War Machine. And War Machine will take 1 damage from a mutate. So War Machine takes that. 1 damage. I will eat the 1 damage. And that is all of that. I have to deal with this nonsense. This is way, way too much going on.
All right. So then he activates against me, schemes for 2, +1 for 3. Bring him back to 6. The mutate does not scheme. All right, drawn counter card. Hope you get lucky.
All right.
And we do have test subjects out, so we get an extra encounter card.
I wanted to deal with test subjects, and I did not.
Well, you
All right.
did, and then it came back out.
Yeah. First one. Tech. Minion with the highest hit points gets the tech upgrade. +2 hit points and gains guard. That is the Zola's mutate. Yeah. All right. Well, that's not great. And Zola's missed mutate. Oh man, I am buried. And now that is actually revealed. So
Yeah.
I have to go here. That's not one. That's not one.
Nope.
That's not one.
Nope.
That's not one. We have only 3 cards left. That's not one. Oh no.
That's not one.
That's not one.
All right.
No.
So you don't have
Let
to
me.
shuffle and keep going. So
Okay.
there's that at least. Did you want to use your Widow's Bite?
Oh, yes, I do. I very much do. Thank you for reminding me that.
Yep.
I will use my Widow's Bite. Do 2 damage to this. That helps a lot. And do 1 damage to a Bioservant to remove the toughness off of it using my Widowmaker response.
All right. All right.
So I don't have to attach anything because
That is correct.
now things get harder, right?
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, your mutate over here is going to end up with a pain inhibitor. Attach to the minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy of pain inhibitors. It has 7, which is more than anyone.
And pain inhibitors.
Plus
It's
2 hit
plus 2
points,
hit.
retaliations, and 1.
All right.
All right. So we have to do 28 damage. Let's do it in 1 turn. Let's just end this.
Yeah, sure.
I am going to recover for 4. I'm gonna use Super Soldier Serum and the Living Legend. I hope you weren't counting on that. Bring out Frog.
That's fine.
Frog, after Frog enters play, give him a tough status card if you are engaged with a minion. Then I pretty much have to flip over to Captain America. You know what? I did not use the Super Soldier Serum for that. I used the Quinn Carrier. I'm going to use the Super Soldier, which is a body resource and genius, to play Heroic Strike. So I'm going to do 6 and stun Zola.
That's pretty good.
All right. What help do you need?
I don't know.
Okay.
If you can kill something, great. That's about all I can say.
All right.
That's the biggest issue is I got so much stuff on me.
I'm gonna play Shield Toss. Discard X cards from your hand and return Captain America's shield from play to your hand to deal 4 damage to X enemies. So I'm gonna do 4 damage to 2 enemies. So I will hit one of the Bioservants. That will get rid of him. And I will hit the Mutate, which will get rid of him.
Okay. Yeah, that makes life sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. Then Frog's gonna attack. And instead of taking consequential damage, he's gonna lose his top. Alright. The best I could do.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think your priorities should be don't die and then thwart.
Well, I can't thwart until I get through this monster here.
Remember, guard only protects against attacks.
Oh, I can thwart. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to spend Grappling Hook and the Helicarrier to put out Command Team. Command Team comes with 3 counters. I am then going to exhaust Safe House.
1 second. Should War Machine be out of play? 3 damage.
He came out, he did a damage, he then took a hit from a Bioservant, which did 1 damage. So yeah, he should be a 2. So, I put out the Command Carrier. The Command Carrier allows me to ready an ally. I am going to use the command carrier to ready Agent 13. Agent 13 is going to thwart. When Agent 13 thwarts, I can ready a support. So I will ready the helicarrier.
Okay.
I also
Threat is
use
down
my
to
safe.
4.
I also no. I want to thwart on
The side
that
screen?
side scheme. Yeah, that gives us an extra card. That's
No,
just
you're right. You're right. You are right. I just forgot.
Okay, so that I also used the safe house, and you interrupted me in the middle of that to bring back grappling hook. So grappling hook was back in my hand.
Okay.
Okay, so now I am going to use government liaison and the helicarrier and grappling hook, and I think Dum Dum because he is just too expensive to get out. And he takes a lot of damage tracking. I mean, he's tough, but he's I can't use him right now. I would like to, and it would be cool to have him out just to soak up damage, but not that.
Got priorities.
To bring out Nick Fury. So Nick Fury comes out. Now, Nick Fury could move to threat, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage. That 4 damage is really tempting, but I think the 3 cards is going to be a better deal.
Okay.
I'm hoping the 3 cards is going to be a better deal. This may be a mistake, but we're going to bring out 3 cards. And I get Genius, which is useful.
Could go either way, depending on what these are.
Ooh. Synth Suit.
Genius just became a lot more useful.
Yeah, Genius became a lot more useful after you trigger the ability of a preparation card. Exhaust ready Black Widow. Okay. And Strength. Game, what are you doing to me? I threw out Dum Dum. You. I will use my Widow's Gauntlet and Genius to bring out the Synth Suit.
Unfortunately, I don't think that works because Widow's Gauntlet has to be a preparation card.
Oh, I thought that was a preparation. Okay, so that doesn't work. I will use Widow's Gauntlet and Strength to bring out the Synth Suit.
No, it's Widow Gauntlet that doesn't work, not the...
no.
Oh, you're using 4 to bring out the Synth Suit. Okay.
Synth Suit, that's what I have.
Yeah.
And then I'm using Widow's Gauntlet. Do I want to flip over into civilian mode to get an extra card?
Remember, you can't use acrobatics. You have to be in the hero form to actually use it.
Okay, then never mind. And I'll use Widow's Gauntlet to put out acrobatics. All right. Now.
And that should help you defend, because you could defend with Black Widow, cancel boost cards, use the suit to ready, and defend again.
Yep. In theory.
In theory.
In theory, if there's boost icons.
That's true.
So, but I'm gonna. I'm sorry. If I defeat this, you're gonna get the minion. But I kind of.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to. Okay, so Nick Fury does 2/2. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use Nick Fury to port side scheme. And now we have to flip the counter deck, right? Because when that scheme is defeated, the top of the encounter deck until a minion is revealed. What happens when we flip this?
So, when we reshuffle this, we get an acceleration token, and so threat accumulates quicker. All right. Now I put a tech on him.
We burn through so much of this deck with these tech things.
Yeah. All right. So I got lost. What did that? You defeated a scheme. So it's still your action.
I defeated the scheme. All right. It's still my action. All right. Okay. Here's what I'm doing. This guy has a retaliate of 1. Yep. Okay. So I am going to spend a command team counter to ready Nick Fury.
And you have to exhaust the card to do that. You didn't do this yet before, right?
I already did it then. I have to. I can't do it. Never mind. I did not read. All right. So that's the end of that. So that leaves me with Black Widow. Black Widow is just going to thwart the main scheme for 2.
All right.
And that's about all I can do. And so that is the end. I am the second player. That's the end of that long term.
All right. But I feel we're getting close. 20 is in a range.
Yeah.
So let's see how this goes. All right, so we're at the villain phase. We're going to get 3 threat onto the main scheme because of the acceleration token. Zola is going to activate against me, except he's stunned. So instead, his stun is going to come off. Then the mutate is going to attack. Frog is going to defend, be defeated. And then the mutate is going to attack, and I'm going to take 2 damage.
Okay.
That's me.
All right, hero form. Zola goes first.
Remember, depending on what you're thinking, Nick Fury leaves at the end of a round.
Yeah.
Which we're coming up on.
Yep. No, I understand.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to have Nick Fury die, and then put him back into play, and then have him die
again. All right, so Zola attacks. Do you defend?
Nick Fury defends.
All right.
I have to tap Nick Fury.
Lost.
Fine. Sure. And Berserk Mutate, place one test counter on the main scheme. For each test counter on the main scheme, Zola gets +1 scheme and attack for this activation.
All right, so that isn't too bad. So we get. Oh. Did we get? The mutate came out this turn, right? Did I put
the mutate came out? No, you did not.
Okay. It was actually. All right, so Nick Fury is defeated.
Nick Fury is defeated, but I'm going to play Rapid Response. Nick Fury comes back into play. He comes into play with 1 damage.
Oh.
Nick Fury, when Nick Fury enters play, I get to choose again. So I can attack my guy, I can attack your guy, I can attack Zola, or I can get 3 more cards and try to do something with that.
Right.
I think, and I don't know what to do.
Don't attack my guy. I'll give you that. Don't attack my guy. So now you're down to 2 cards.
I'm going with cards.
You love those cards.
I'm gonna get 3 more cards into play, and I have a method to this madness. Maybe. So sneak attack, power and assault, a double move for gray, that's useful, and a remove 4 thwart.
That's gonna help.
That's gonna be useful, yes. That was the right call. Now, Zola's mutate attacks for 2. Nick Fury is here and will take that hit.
All right.
And now Nick Fury is out of play again. Now, the Bioservant I started the game with. This guy has been on me this entire game.
You haven't even gotten toughness off him.
I haven't even gotten toughness off of him. Attacks, and War Machine will take the hit.
Okay, so the exosuit comes out. Zola's going to get +1 scheme, +1 attack. We can spend resources to get rid of it. I'm going to bet that's not going to happen. Or maybe, I don't know. We got some resource producers.
Okay, I'm going to have to do this. Armor attached to the villain. After the villain takes damage, give it a tough status card. Jeez, this suddenly got so much harder. You're like, oh, 20's in range, and then Zola armors up.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's like, seriously.
We got 2 more turns. We just have to.
He's got an armored exoskeleton. All right.
All right, take the first player. Let's. We're almost there. Let's finish this off.
Okay.
Feeling it. I'm feeling this, Eric.
Sure. But I forgot to do one thing. Can I have a quick mulligan? Because the rapid response is a preparation card, and when you play a preparation card with Black Widow, you do 1 damage. I am going to do 1 damage to the Bioservant to remove that toughness there. Now, I still don't know what I'm doing. Well, I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm going to play.
You bring out Nick Fury again.
Make the call to bring out Nick Fury again. When Nick Fury enters play,
you still have to spend the 4 for that.
I have to spend the 4, and I am going to exhaust the government liaison.
You can't use the government liaison because that is an action to play from your hand, reducing its resource cost by 1. You need to make the call says pay the printed cost of an ally.
Okay, well, I'll use the helicarrier to reduce the cost by 1.
Nope, that's also an action. Reduce the cost of the next card that player plays this phase by 1.
Okay, so that doesn't work either?
Yeah, so basically you'd have to spend the 4 cards.
All right, fine. I'm fine. All right, well, I'll do the power in assault. That counts for 2.
Nope.
You're kidding me. Really?
Okay, this I need to think about. Double the number of resources this card generates when paying for a basic gray card. You're not paying for the card. As an effect of make the call, you're paying the cost of an ally.
Okay, so I gotta pay 4. 1, 2. Okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna use sneak attack, and we're gonna use rapid response, and we're gonna use covert ops and rapid response.
All right.
Put Nick Fury into play. Now, again, the question is, do I use that 4 Or I can pull out 3 more cards and hope something good comes out. And that would.
I mean, spending 4 to get free seems odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get rid of the Bioservant. Nope. That's not the best call. How many hit points does this guy have? 7? Would 4 help you burst through him?
Yeah.
Let's do 4 to him. I also exhaust my safe house to pull the hero response, the rapid response back into play. Then I use the power in us all
So now,
and sneak attack
okay.
to play Mockingbird.
Now,
Yeah.
depending on what you're doing, this is one where the government liaison, if you played that before, the power and all would reduce the cost.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's use the government liaison for that. And use Power of Us All, so that just that to put Mockingbird into play. After Mockingbird enters play, stun the enemy. So we stun Zola. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna, instead of sneak attack, I'll have this out. I'm hoping that I can figure this out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just I'm gonna have a card left over, and Rapid Response is a nicer card to have left over. Okay, so then I am going to use the Widow's Gauntlet and the Helicarrier to put out Rapid Response. Yeah. So I'm going to use Agent Hill to thwart the main scheme. That will defeat her. However, when Agent Hill thwarts, I can ready a support. So I'm going to ready the Helicarrier and offer that up to you if you need it.
Okay.
But Agent Hill is unfortunately defeated. She is quite useful.
Yeah.
That's
more useful than mine?
You have a different Agent 13.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. I have the older Agent 13. She got more useful as she aged. Okay, so that is done. And I've readied the Helicarrier. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could put out with that. So that I'm going to offer to you.
Okay.
Nick Fury. Now, can I ask a question?
Yep.
So Nick Fury, at the end of the round, if Nick Fury isn't still in play, discard him. If I used Rapid Response at that point, would he still be around for the next round?
No, because your Rapid Response requires him to be defeated. And Nick Fury is discarded.
So he needs to be defeated.
Yes.
Okay, so that's that. Zola's mutate has
yeah. So act with him and then defend against the mutate in your.
Yeah. All right. So let's just keep this. So this is weird. I was playing the deck that was supposed to keep the threat low, and I wasn't keeping the threat low. Now I'm playing the ally deck, the leadership deck, and all I'm doing is keeping the threat low.
But you could be attacking with them instead.
Yeah,
and
I could.
We need you to keep the threat low.
Yep. So
until it's time to
Nick
switch
Fury
over.
is going to attack or thwart the main scheme for 2. And Mockingbird did most of what she's useful for coming out, but we will have Mockingbird thwart the main scheme for 1.
Okay.
All right. Um, yeah, I guess that. Oh no,
You
I'm
haven't done
still
it.
here.
Like, yeah.
I haven't done anything. Um, oh, and I haven't done that either. Right. So I am going to exhaust the command carrier, and that removes the counter. And I am going to use Ready Nick Fury, and he is going to thwart on the main scheme again for 2, leaving him with 1 hit point. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. And then Black Widow. Do I just hit Zola?
So that would put a tough on him, and I think
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
we need to do that to get it off to.
No, I'm attacking the Bioservant for 3. Hopefully, I will. Yeah, and I'll be triggering a preparation card, and that will get rid of that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, first thing I'm going to do is ask for you to use the helicarrier. Nope.
All right.
Nope. Oh, yes. Which will let me put my shield back out.
Okay.
Now, we've got 3 damage on this jerk.
Hold up. Nope. I am not attacking my Bioservant. I'm attacking this jerk for exactly 3 to get rid of him.
I mean, okay.
And that frees you up because that's a better use of that 3.
Possibly, yeah.
That frees you up to do whatever you want.
Because you got minions to soak that 1 damage that you can. Yeah. All right, so I got my shield. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to use the Quinn carrier to actually put into play Captain America's helmet, which I never do.
Yes, you never do that.
But it might be time.
Yeah, with 4 hit points, definitely.
It might be time. All right, so now we're going to attack for 3. I'm going to take 1.
He gets tough then.
Gets tough. Had to happen.
Yeah,
And
the
then
math on this is so hard.
I'm going to use
Yeah, you got a lot of
strength and the super serum soldier to play into the fray, which will do 6 damage to a minion. I'm going to do it to my berserk mutate. So I do 6 damage to the mutate, which will defeat him. I did 4 excess damage. Remove 1 threat from the main. Oh, that was the wrong card. I don't have threat on the main. So instead, I will do 6 damage.
Okay.
Because I have to do that to him. Scheme is okay, or threat is okay. So I'm going to use Steve's apartment to ready Captain America. I'm going to retreat. Come Steve Roger, and I'm going to recover for 4.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I've got.
Keep in mind, did you take the retaliate from this minion?
Yep. All right. So let's ready and drop hands. So let's do this real quick. 3 threat on the main scheme. A minion comes out engaged with the first player.
Another Bioservant. Does it get the toughness?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Oh, that's always fun.
All right. Then Zola activates against you except he's stunned.
Yep.
So the stun comes off. And then each of the minions activate.
All right, so we'll start off with the Zola's mutate. Nick Fury will defend. Nick Fury is defeated. Because Nick Fury is defeated, I am going to play Rapid Response. Put that ally into play and put 1 damage on it. So Nick Fury is back with 1 damage. Okay. When Nick Fury comes into play, I can do 4 damage to someone, or I can draw the cards. I am not in love with the cards I have out here, so I'm going to draw the 3. I know this is kind of silly, but I'm drawing the 3. I'm upset I drew the 3, but Nick Fury will take the damage. And then this guy has... Oh, what? One more thing. So there's a way I could do this more elegant, but we're not going to worry about that. Because I use my Widow power, I do 1 damage. That takes one off the Bioservant.
When did you... What did you
play?
That's Rapid Response. Yes.
Rapid Response. So that takes one off the Bioservant. This guy did... Nick Fury takes the damage. And then Mockingbird will take the final damage. Okay. That's what we're doing.
All right. So then he activates against me. I'm in alter ego form, so he's going to scheme starting at a 2. Boost. Give the villain a tough status card. I don't know if you can have 2. Yeah. You need to be stalwart to have 2. So.
Okay.
And then the mutate has a scheme of 0, so we're good. And let's draw encounter cards. Only 1 here.
Right, now I'm drawing 2.
No, you got rid of that.
I shuffled.
Oh yes, you should have gotten to you should have gotten the first one when you shuffled. Yes.
Okay. All right. First one. Caught off guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. So an upgrade or support I control. That's not fun.
So
so government
could be the tactical scanner if you're not planning on using it.
Does that mean I keep it though?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with tactical scanner then.
All right.
I didn't think I could do that. Concussive blast. That messes up a lot. Oh, that. I mean, usually this isn't too bad, but that messes me up a lot.
All right, so I take 1. You take 1.
I take 1, and
both
Nick
these
Fury,
guys are defeated.
Both these guys are gone.
All right, are you doing that?
I had wanted to do more of that. Oh, that was some unfortunate events.
So I've got technological enhancements in Site 1, so our threat on the main scheme goes up to 6, and then place 1 test counter on the main scheme. That was the villain phase. We're almost there. I can feel it. I'm going to take the first player token, and we're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
I mean, maybe not this turn.
Okay.
Might need 1 more. We might need 1 more. I don't like what's in my hand. I'm going to use Twin Carrier and Living Legend to bring out Bug. then I'm going to use Super Soldier Serum and Hall of Heroes to bring out my other Super Soldier Serum. Oh, this is so hard. All right, then Bug is going to attack to get rid of Zola's toughness.
Okay.
Do I recover and wait a turn? Yeah, okay, because we're definitely going into one more turn. So I'm going to recover for another 4. Switch over to Captain America. Pay 1, 2, and 3 to deal 6 damage to a minion with Into the Fray. So that will do 3 to the mutate, defeating him. The other 3 will take off their 4.
Okay.
And then, sadly, I'm done.
All right. Let's see what I can do. Well, first of all, I'll put out Shang-Chi. After you're playing Shang-Chi, you may spend a resource to stun an enemy. So I'm going to spend the command carrier to stun Zola. Okay. Now, what am I doing? I have no idea. Well, I kind of know. I'm going to play Make the Call, and guess who I'm going to bring out again? Nick Fury, you are always bugging out on me. Not this game, not this deck. You are always in play with me. So I'm going to use Energy. And the Grappling Hook. And I'm actually going to use Rapid Response to pay for that. Then I'm going to use the Safe House to bring Rapid Response back into my hand.
Right, before you do that, complete the force response of putting... Yeah, because that... And the Safe House is an alter ego action.
Oh, it's an alt... I've been using it wrong.
Oh, no.
I have been cheating. I don't have guard. Should I just
do damage?
Do 4?
We just have to do damage and survive.
The toughness gets back up. Now, I'm going to... Okay, so that was kind of... Can I change... I played with Rapid Response. I want to play with the Grappling Hook. Is that okay?
Yep.
That's just to make life easier for me. And we're going to... Yeah, of course we are. Nick Fury is not allowed to leave this game door. I'm sorry. I'll put that out and use the Widow's Gauntlets for that. And yeah, I can't use Government Liaison for anything, and I can't use the Helicarrier for anything.
Well, you could.
I feel like I should have drawn. Well, I can use the Helicarrier.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, you can use the Helicarrier for the Rapid Response. It costs 2. You only use Widow's Gauntlet.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll use the Helicarrier. Yeah, okay. So I put that out. Now. Let's think about how to do this. Yeah, I mean, all I'm going to do is...
Yep.
I will use Shang-Chi to remove the toughness. Yep. I will use Black Widow to do 3 damage.
Yep. And then toughness goes back on.
I will use Nick Fury to remove the toughness.
There you go. There you go.
I will use the command carrier to ready Nick Fury. Do I discard this when it has no counters, or just leave it out?
It's uses, so you discard it.
Okay.
Part of the uses.
Okay. I will use Nick Fury to do 2 damage. I give him a toughness again.
Right.
And I wish I could do something with that sneak attack, but I can't.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that.
Man, I wish I hadn't. Well, no, I still couldn't have defeated him. All right, that was a whole lot. We're there. We are there. Let's draw up our hands. Let's ready our cards. Let's get through this. We've almost done it. All right, so I have shuffled my deck, and so I'm going to get an extra encounter card. So we just need to survive.
That is part of this game.
Ready for a villain phase?
All right.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Sure.
We're gonna put 3 threat, which is fine. We're only at 6. We're gonna put a counter on the island Dr. Zola. No problem. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Now Zola is going to activate against me, but he's stunned, so that's gonna come off. And then the mutate. You know what, Bug? It was nice to have you around, but he's gonna suck that up. All right, now you're up.
Okay. Zola's gonna. Oh, I didn't ready everyone. I forgot about that. Okay, so Zola's gonna attack. He's doing 2 damage now.
Yep.
And Nick Fury should have already 2 damage on him. So Nick Fury is going to defend. And I deal a boost card.
Mm-hmm.
And the boost card has 2 boost symbols on it. Burn notes. All right. This is good. I am going to use acrobatics. When a boost card is turned up, cancel the boost icons, deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon dealt this way. So acrobatics does.
Yeah, this is good. So
2.
Nick Fury is still gonna take 2. Attack acrobatics does 2, which will take out tough.
Okay, so which order? Because I also do a damage after you trigger the ability of a preparation card.
Yep.
So when do I do the damage?
After you trigger after you do the preparation card. So now you do a damage.
Okay, so the preparation card. Now I do a damage. Seems kind of silly just to do a damage to Zola,
but it's okay.
Yeah, 1 is better than none.
Exactly.
Okay, yep. So he gets a tough. Okay, so that's done, and then Nick Fury is defeated. So Nick Fury is defeated, but then I'm going to use rapid response. Put that player into card and deal 1 damage to it. So rapid response. So I play that. Nick Fury is put into play. Now the order is important here because Nick Fury does. After Nick Fury enters play, blah blah blah. But again, Deal 1 damage to an enemy when I use a preparation card. Do I deal that damage and then Nick Fury enters play, or does Nick Fury enter play and then deal the damage?
All right. My understanding, and I'm going to acknowledge that this could be wrong, but forced response takes precedence over response. So Nick Fury is a forced response, so that's going to go first. And then the Widowmaker, which is a response, will go second.
I see no point in dealing 4 damage to Zola. Nope. I'm taking the cards. I'm taking the cards in the hope that there'll be something in the cards that will allow me to do damage. So I'm taking the 3 cards from Nick Fury entering play.
I mean, honestly, at this point, you can just take away one of the Bioservants. We have the damage on the board to finish him.
I'm taking the cards.
Yeah.
I because I don't think it matters. But I think having the cards are better.
All right.
I think that's a better call.
All right. So Nick Fury is back in play.
Back in play. Bioservant attacks. Nick Fury will defend again. Take a damage.
Yep.
And then the last Bioservant attacks, and Shang-Chi takes some damage.
All right. So now we deal in counter cards. All right. Under attack. When revealed, each player chooses to either place 2 threat here or deal 3 damage to their hero. This is easy. This is easy. So the crisis token means that we can't take thwart off of the main scheme until we deal with under attack. It starts with 3. I'm not worried about scheme. I'm going to put 2 threat here.
All right, I'll put 2 threat here too, I guess. All right.
And then I get a Hydra mutate. Now this could
screw things up. This could be bad.
Depending on...
This could be bad.
Okay, he has retaliate and knock guard. We're good.
Okay. All right, 9. Test subject.
No problem.
That's just a plus 1 boost card. All right.
Yeah, we're not going to get there.
All right.
Okay. We made it. We made it. Take the first player. And then I'm going to have a request for you on your turn.
What is your request?
My request is... Okay. Do something to take off the tough, and then ask me to take an action.
Do something to take off the tough, and then ask you to take an action?
Yep.
Okay. I can do that?
Yep.
I did.
Yep.
Okay.
So
we're breaking up the round.
So
okay.
On your turn, one of the things you can do is ask another player to take actions. Those are basically only things that have like the action keyword. So you can't do basic actions.
All right. So I'll spend Government Liaison and Helicarrier to put Maria Hale into play. You get a card, I get a card, everyone gets a card.
That is even better.
And then I will use Maria Hill to attack and take off the tough. And then I will ask you to take an action, Rob.
Oh, how kind of you to ask me to take an action. This is so good. This is so good. So the reason I was asking you to do this is so that I could at least get something in. All right, so I'm going to use the power of aggression and a super soldier serum to play uppercut. It's a hero action, so I can do it as a request on your turn to do 5 damage to him.
Okay.
I just didn't want you to get all
All right, fine. I shouldn't have asked, I see. Um,
the.
that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
Um,
Now, if you can hit him once and then again for two.
yeah, that can be done because we'll use Black Widow to hit him for 3 and take off the toughness. And then I'm making the call. I am not letting Nick Fury leave play. I'm sorry. So Nick Fury comes into the game. I pay for him with Genius that costs 2. And let's see, what was the other one? Yeah, I can't use the
Doesn't
power
matter.
of that's all. I'll use Thwart and Sneak Attack to bring Nick Fury into play. When Nick Fury comes into play, do 4 damage to an enemy. I'm doing 4 damage to Zola, and that will get him. Lying bastard. Nick Fury's not sneaking out on me. I'm sorry. That's
Oh, that felt good. That felt
this is
good.
this deck is a lot more fun for me.
Good.
I enjoy this. I enjoy cycling through this. It's fitting that Nick Fury comes in and has the finishing shot. That's what he does. And that was a fun game.
That was
fun, and given our troubles with this guy, it is fun to actually just plow through him at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, that was even kind of heroic. That was, just overwhelming force at the end. Just got through there. So yeah.
Yep. Well, that's the way you do it. That's the way you got to do it.
I am sort of sad I killed the mutate who was with me all the time. I should have killed another one. He was with me for quite a long time. We had a rapport going there towards the end there. That was we traded recipes. We have a thing going, but unfortunately had to take him out at a point. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And a fun game to play, Rob.
Yeah, I had a blast. I felt like the victory was earned. This was certainly not an easy scenario. I'm glad that you enjoyed this deck build. I thought you might. I thought it might suit you, and I'm really excited to see how these deal against our final threat of the campaign, the Red Skull himself. I'm glad that we didn't use our once per campaigns because I'm guessing we're going to need those.
Probably so.
So we're going to do a little after game bookkeeping for the campaign off camera. And yeah, this was just such a blast. I feel, and on top of it all, I do feel like I've actually learned stuff about how to play this game from when we started. Still,
yes.
I will still go out and say that we're doing poorly. We're not good at this game yet, but I don't feel I'm as
we occasionally
bad
cheat,
as I was.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just running high off of a victory. I don't know. Well, thank you as always for playing with me. Thank you all there for watching with us. And hopefully we'll be back soon with our conclusion to the Rise of the Red Skull as Captain America and Black Widow take on the Red Skull himself. Thanks for watching.